So as I'm flying back with my head down like this, it's in shame, because I just discovered that my mic was muted and all of the audio I've been recording has not been recorded. So I'm making my way back to the beginning and I'll have to do the whole damn thing again. Well, here we are, back in the Maudel. Maybe the last time. Good chance of that. So much is now just done. Like, there's just tons of it is in place and not going to be altered anymore. You know, there's just very little to actually add, particularly on the surface. There's just really nothing left. I put this in as threatened. I feel like it may have looked better tucked into this corner. But you know, I work within the space that I've got based on default terrain generation. I try not to change things up too much. But it came out pretty nice, even so. This has had a lot of its external work is done now. In fact, I think it's all done. Not too bad. Looking at it now, thinking I might want to put in some logs on the side. See how that looks. But most of the decorative work is in place at least. I even came up with a reason, an explanation as to how a temple can be built that is damaged by a ravine that was formed before the temple was built. I did hit on the idea of this, suggesting that the original ravine, well, like the actual ravine itself that is here, was actually covered. I opened it up. It was sand covered. You know, that basically maybe at a later point the ravine collapsed, taking part of the temple with it. I've actually since hit on the idea that Dagath himself came back at some point and purposely widened the ravine to damage the temple. But you know, it's I'm fairly happy with that, I think. So the ravine itself is actually mostly done. Bloody tropical fish killing themselves, coming up and down these waterfalls all the time. Yeah, I'm really heavily limited to where I was working. I do still have this one piece, but this goes straight into a mine shaft, and the mine shaft connects to other areas that were actually sealed off. So essentially that way lies a lot more work than I'm prepared to do right now. But I don't want to seal it off. I don't want to forget about it, even though I will, because I won't come back here, so I won't see the reminder. But I moved into here, did a little bit of the decorating, comes up through this very small connection, and comes into this area, which is basically where I'm working now underground. There are a few other places to be done, so this is in progress, obviously. I'm limiting the area I'm working on in terms of I won't go beyond this until this part is finished, even if some of this is the same. I'm just sort of painting a circle and going, I'm only working in this area for now. And then, I think it's this way. Or is it this way? Yeah. So this actually comes out in a number of, or opens up on a number of locations that were marked previously. And there's actually a proper entrance down here. So, yeah, this obviously comes out into it. So yeah, hopefully get back to that. Also need to get back to Aurelian's Cradle, which hasn't been touched in a couple of weeks at least. There's still a good 2/3 of it to do. Just need to do all of this and a couple of the side tunnels, some of which actually do lead somewhere else. But yeah, it'll be done, hopefully. And that just brings us to this. So it's obviously the water temple, marking the location of the water elemental's cradle. Series of platforms that go deeper underwater. Whoops. Let's take care of that before I miss it again. So slow. I did hit on this bluish design that was first done here and then added to these. But as I was coming down, I wanted a different colour up here, more in keeping with some of the rest of the temples, using the red, and then that led to me doing orange on this path and doing this green, and then deciding, well, I'll just do that orange and do this green, and then in blue, and then I'm seriously considering doing this purple, the only caveat being that I kind of like it. I don't really want to change it. I'll see what it's like. I'll have to swap the diamond for amethyst. I don't know what I'll do with the orange. So, yeah. Other than that, we've got some standard seabed stuff. Nothing special. And then it's going to be a coral reef coming from... I will start it here on this piece, bring it around this direction, and I've actually just spotted I'll probably bring it across here and enclose this bit, because a reef should be away from the coastline. It shouldn't be connecting like this as far as I know. So this will probably have to be raised stonework. This probably won't be anything, because even if I put some stonework down, it will be too shallow for the reef. And finally, I would like to add a giant red crab, which is an idea I had late on for the Great Dane Reef, and just didn't put it in and didn't see the point. But it could work here. Also, a couple of water worms. The earthworms are over here with Dagoth. And I'm thinking that there could be a variation of these for all 4 elements. So put a couple of these in over here. Maybe have a couple flying around above the tornado, or around these parts. Fire ones, don't really know where I would put them. Maybe coming out of one of the lava pools, possibly. And that would just leave... No, that would cover them. Yeah, they'd all be here. But anyway, that's what I've been up to, and that's what I'm going to get on with. Once I say adieu and leave you with a nice panorama. At the beginning of this video I said I'd forgotten to put the mic on and was re-recording it. And at the end of that first recording, I forgot that I had made some tweaks to this, and I forgot again. So here we are, another addendum. I'm happier with this than I have been, but I'm going to use invisible blocks to replace all of the glass, so that if I don't like how it looks without glass, I can swap the invisible blocks all back to glass and not have to worry about rebuilding it. But that's where it is for now, and Yeah, it's not quite there. It just doesn't look right. Well, anyway, I shall definitely say adieu this time.